This is my how-to video to make lemon cupcakes or lemon loaf. If you are going to make a lemon loaf, you need to get a loaf pan ready with some butter and flour. And if you're doing cupcakes, get your cupcakes ready. And if you're doing a loaf, you want your temperature on at 350. And if you're doing cupcakes, it's 325. The second step, you want to we're going to cream together a half a cup of butter and 1 cup of white sugar. Then we're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. That's an important part of the recipe, so 1 egg at a time. I don't know for sure, but I think it just helps make things really fluffy. With the next part, you can add rather 1 lemon rind, like from 1 lemon, or add 1 teaspoon of pure lemon extract. And just for the fact that I don't have a lot of time today, I'm going to add the lemon flavoring instead. It's just a little bit easier. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of lemon juice even if I do add the lemon rind in, but just to give it a tiny little bit of taste, but this is sufficient. Okay, the next step is to get, let me read here, a half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1.5 cups of flour, and just mix it together in a separate bowl. And then get a half a cup of milk. So that's 1.5 of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a cup of milk. And you're going to add it to the batter like alternately, little bit by little bit. So I always start with the flour. A little bit of milk, oops, a little bit of flour, a little bit of milk. I'll just pour the rest of it in. And then the rest of the flour. Clean off the beaters, and there it is. And as you can see, this, or I hope you can see at least, this batter is really fluffy from all that beating. It's a neat consistency. It's a lot different than cake mix. It's really fluffy and delicious. So now you'd put it in your loaf pan or your prepared muffin tins and fill them up. And here they are, all full. So this recipe will do 12, and you can see they're nice and full. And now we'll put them in the oven. And here's my recipe card. For a loaf, you're going to cook for about 40 minutes. For cupcakes, I think I tried 15 minutes last time. We'll see. So yeah, it took 15 minutes for them to cook, and so now they're all done. Maybe 14 minutes. It's a little bit, some of them are overcooked, some of them are just fine. But anyway, so if you're doing cupcakes, let them fully cool before adding icing. Now, if you're doing a loaf, once it's taken out, you can maybe let it cool for, I don't know, 10 minutes. But you don't want to use icing on a loaf. So just put the lemon rind, especially if you do it that way. Just use that lemon and squeeze out all the juice from 1 lemon, and then add some icing sugar in and just mix it up to make a glaze, and then you just pour it over top. So if the loaf was here on the plate, you just pour it over top just by spoon, just getting it nice and even on all sides, all the edges and stuff, and then let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then add another layer, and then another layer and another layer. Like, so don't dump all the glaze on at one time, just enough to coat it. Let it set. Do another one. Let it set for 15 minutes. Do another. I think it's about 3 or 4 layers of the glaze you'll put over top of your loaf, and then that way you get that nice crunchy tangy coating on your loaf. So don't use icing, use a glaze. All right, so they're cool now, and I'm going to decorate them. This is the tip I'm using. It's a 1M Wilton, my cake decorator. You can spread it on, you can do it however you want. This is just how I'm going to do these particular ones. I'm just going to do the classic swirl. Push my icing through. Go all the way around. And a nice tip on the top. If you twist it a little bit, you can get more of a swirl. And here they are, all finished, ready to be eaten. They look really pretty. I may add some blue sprinkles to some of these because we're going to go take them to a family that we know that just had a baby boy. But we'll see, just a few, maybe. All right, enjoy. They're really addictive. Okay, I thought I'd show you really quickly the package that I have to take these cupcakes out to our friend's house. At Safeway, you can buy the foil containers to take them, but they also give you one lid, so it makes for safe transportation of your cupcakes.